Hello everyone, another week, another video, and this week we are going to be talking about the bags I'm thinking of moving on from my collection. Why, you might ask, am I thinking of moving things on? Well, I think these are bags which don't really suit me anymore, or which, I've found there's some flaws, or it's just come time, I think, for me to part ways with them. And it's also a way of me talking about things I've learned to look up for when shopping for bags and what I would or wouldn't do nowadays. There are some specific reasons for each of these bags, right? That's not to say that they aren't good bags. I think I've reviewed a couple of them and I've looked at a few of them, but the time has come for me to say goodbye to these bags specifically. So I'm just going to go through each of these bags and maybe just pull up a couple of things, or lessons that I've learned from them. And there will be a couple of other honorable mentions as well. So the first bag that I'm going to be letting go of will be this Givenchy Antigona in the small size. And you'll have seen it in my pre-loved bags video. It's quite a nice bag. The reason why I'm letting go of this is because I thought I could live with the short shoulder handle strap, but it's really not that convenient for me. So I can either really only carry it as a top handle or over the crook of my arm, and it can get quite heavy. I love this bag. It's roomy and I love the structure and the shape. It's been one of the bags I've always wanted, right? But part of the reason for me getting this second hand was to really figure out if I could live with the shape. I've enjoyed using it, but I've learned that having, a couple of other bags like the Celine luggage is enough for me. But I do love this bag. It's got the cotton lining, and frankly, I have enjoyed using it, as I said, but because of the shape and because of, other bags that I've got in my collection, I'm glad that I've been able to use this bag and to see what the shape works out as. But it's not something that I think I'm going to be looking for very much in my bag collection moving forward. So I think in order to sort of clear this on and give somebody else the chance to get it, to use it, I'm just going to let go of it. Wear and tear on this bag has been a bit weird as well. The handles have gotten a bit strange. There's been a bit of cracking. I think I've said this all in my video before, and there's been a bit of wear on the handle. This was not a new bag when I got it. I got this pre-loved, so I'm not really surprised by the wear and tear. But yeah, it's time to say goodbye. It's quite sad, but I got this at a good price for me. Hopefully it goes on to somebody else willing to spend, much less than I did paying for this bag, but who will still enjoy it nonetheless. So that's bag number 1. Bag number 2, this is another bag that you'll have seen on my other videos in this channel. It's my Senrev Mini Maestra. I have loved this bag. I found it so useful and so roomy with lots of functions, but I have also had my gripes with the quality of it, as you'll know. And frankly, I did enjoy it at the time, but I think it was more the novelty of carrying it out. So for my Antigona Mini, my small Antigona rather, the one lesson I've learned is there are some shapes we love and there are some shapes that we like to look off, but it's not necessarily something that really 100% suits us, but that's okay anyway. Lesson number 2 with this is, when you're buying bags, don't get too influenced by influencers, right? When Senrev came on the scene, everybody was talking about it. There were so many YouTubers who got their bags for free, who were saying this is probably one of the best bags around. And of course, nobody really talked about the wear and tear, So yeah, interesting to see if Tanner Leatherstein has come up with a video on this actually. But yeah, anyway, it's a good looking bag. It was secure, it had the functions, but in terms of execution, I guess it wasn't that great. And in terms of day-to-day structure and design, not quite my style in hindsight, so I am letting it go as well. But yes, goodbye Senrev Mini Maestra. You will be missed, but I'm sure you'll go off to a better home and you will be used more frequently. Look, my stickers are still on the feet. Anyway, that is bag number 2 and lesson number 2. Lesson number 3, and this is similar to the influencer thing and to the Antigona as well. This is the APC Helene bucket bag, I think. It's a model that APC no longer does, and frankly, I do love this bag. It's quite roomy. It's a very simple bucket bag. You can see it's got APC and leather around the bag, and it's got a leather base without feet. It's got a canvas construction, and it's got a leather strap, and the strap is adjustable, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. You've got a little tab down here that keeps the strap in place. It is so nice and so well designed. Inside here, you've got a little plaque with a slip pocket. You've got ABC. I've got my original tags in it. There's a little dust bag here, and it also came with some bubble wrap stuffed inside so that it would keep its shape. I love this bag. It's so simple, so elegant, and it's got like that French je ne sais quoi with it. The reason why I don't think I want to use this bag anymore is because of the round shape, and it's canvas as well. So on the round shape, I don't know if any of you were into the Alexander McQueen curve bag when it first came out. The curve bag is such a lovely structured bag with straps crisscrossing all around the front, and it kind of opened up on the top. I really, really admired that bag, but I did tell myself that with the way I use bags, I would not like using it knowing that there's a curve at the bottom, because that's where a lot of dents and scrapes can happen to bags with curved bases. So I got this bag really because I liked the canvas and leather mix. I still do. I think it's one of the nicest bag combinations you can ever have, but also because I wanted to test out the base and how it would get on with it in real life, right? So this was a thing where I really wasn't sure if I would get along with the shape, and so I'm quite glad that I got a nice bag for less. Doesn't mean this bag was cheap. I mean, it was still a few $100s, but better than the just over $1,000 Singapore dollars that I would have to pay for the story bag at the time. So at least I got to try this bag out for much less than what I would have paid for the Alexander McQueen bag, and I've learned a lesson since then that I don't get along with a round base. That's just me and my personal taste. But yes, lesson number 3: if you don't think you're going to get along with a bag style, don't get it, or try and find on the market cheaper versions of bags with this shape, and then at least that way you'll figure out if you can get on with it. And if you don't, at least to have saved some money. If you do, and you do like the shape, at least you have more than one bag in your collection with that same shape that you think you can get along with, right? But at least you'll have hedged your bets and not wasted that much money. I still love this bag. I think it's nice, but honestly, because I have my Mulberry Bayswater mini tote, and I've got my Songmon large tofu reset bag, in terms of color palette and in terms of use, I get along much better with those shapes. This is not something I really reach for, so I think it's time for me to say goodbye to this bag. But yeah, I like this bag. Would be sorry to see it go as well. Bag number 4. Now this hurts a bit, and I have tried so hard to make it work. This is again one of those things where it looks good on paper. This is the Mulberry Clifton bag, and it came out in, I want to say, somewhere around 2014 or 2015. That was a couple of creative designers ago. It's a burgundy color, and it's really nice because I think burgundy is back in season this time around, but it comes with silver hardware. The season, it's all about the burgundy and gold. It's got this gorgeous chunky silver chain strap, and it attaches to the bag with these little metal hooks. Now you can remove the chain strap and turn it into a clutch, which I think it's really handy. If you open it up, you will see a 3-zipper situation. The dust bag's in here. It's got a kind of cotton lining to it, and so yeah, 3 different straps with its padding and everything. It's not very used at all because honestly I haven't been able to get on with it, but that's my personal style. It's got 3 accordion zip packs. So if you're familiar with the Celine Trio pouch, this is what the design reminds me of the most. And it's, you know, it's a very sleek looking bag, nice looking construction. And the reason why I can't get along with it, or why I don't reach for it, is if you see some of my other videos, you will know that I have to be able to fit an umbrella inside it, an umbrella in a reusable bag. And this bag, though, because of the way it's shaped, it cannot fit that at all, right? So my 4th lesson to myself when buying bags is, you know, pay attention to the shape and pay attention to what you're going to fit into it on a day-to-day basis. You know, these bags look gorgeous and they're amazing, and if you fall in love with them, that's great. But if they can't fit the things you need them to fit every day and you can't therefore use them, then it's just a big waste. So unfortunately, that is bag number 4 that I will have to let go of, and that is the 4th lesson. Think about what you need on a day-to-day basis. Very important. But yes, we'll miss this bag too. Such a pretty bag to look at, but as I said, I don't really use them. Now, the next 2 bags are honorable mentions, if you will. They're not strictly my bags. I'm not really, or it's either not, this first one, I should say, and I'll just get straight, it's not something that's really my bag. It's my mum's. And it's this cute little bag from Bruno Magli in Japan. And it's made from this really nice, smooth calfskin leather. Comes with a little strap, and it's got deer rings on the top. And if you open it up, it's stuffed at the moment. It's cotton lining with some slip pockets and a zip pocket. So very structured, very sturdy, very nice. But as a day-to-day bag, it's not something I reach for, because normally these sorts of bags, I'd like them with a bit of color and a bit more design detail. So it's not really my style, and for that reason I'm not going to use it. And since it's never really been used, I hope it goes to somebody who appreciates it very much. So yes, I'm helping my mum move this on. But really cute bag and really functional, just not quite my color. And this bag, don't yell at me, I'm not letting go of this bag. And I genuinely think if I didn't have if I wasn't moving it on the way I was, I definitely wouldn't be touching it. But this Pollen bag, and the name escapes me now, is a bag that I like, but it's a bag that's not quite easy to use because of the zip. So if you have to keep moving your hand in and out, it gets quite tiresome. I will say the leather's softened out since I've started using it, but still, it's a bag that I can't quite get to grips with because of the stuff that I put in it on a day-to-day basis. I really can't find my way around the bag and the things inside it. So anyway, this is going back to my sister's place. She likes this bag and she will be using it. So yeah, but I have used it. I have figured out why it's not quite my thing, and it is therefore going to be moved on. So there you have it, a quick whistle-stop tour of the reasons why I'm letting go of some bags in my bag collection and some of the lessons I've learned over my bag buying years. Hope you found it useful. If you agree with what I've said below, why don't you just leave me a comment or just let me know what else you think. And of course, if you like this video, like or share it or subscribe even, that would be nice. And yep, that's all for now. See you next time. Bye.